Hello and welcome to Coffee Chat with me, Jody Misiak. Today, we're going to talk about embracing possibilities. So grab your coffee or tea and come chat with me. Okay, so what the heck do I mean about this episode? Sorry, coffee's so good. Needed another sip. Okay, embracing possibilities. Okay, so there's a lot going on in the world right now, and it can be really heavy. And like I mentioned last episode, it's without our control a lot of the time. And what we can bring is what happens inside. Well, I've noticed personally that I get caught up in reading the news or articles and things, and then I feel heavy and depressed and just not great. So I want to flip the switch on this because there's going to be things happening in the world that we can't control. But what we can do is what we're feeling. So embracing possibilities. I want to play a little game today. I'm so, so excited. So before we do, though, it's just sharing and understanding that what we focus on expands. So if we're constantly focusing on what's going on in the news, in the world, and things like that, will really bring this heavy, like not feeling goodness. And that doesn't mean we can't keep up with current events and what's going on in the world. I'm not talking about that, but it's allowing ourselves to feel good too in those moments because what we bring into this world really can expand. And I know this can be really tricky in this world and how things go, but today we're going to really move away from that for today and play a game. So I'm really, really excited. And just, let's just take a minute, just ground ourselves in through the nose and let it all out through your mouth. Now, I want you to come from this really exciting place of like excitement, and that might seem too much. So, wouldn't it be cool? So, it's just playing this game. Wouldn't it be cool if, XYZ? Wouldn't it be cool if I got to go on a trip to wherever it might be that you want to go to? Or wouldn't it be cool if my hobby became my business? Or wouldn't it be cool if, fill in the blank and get excited about it? Like, wouldn't it be cool? And just explore the possibilities. Because when we're focused on the heavy negatives, like I was saying, I had it in my own life recently. Um, I caught myself a lot going, "What am I doing? Why am I doing this?" So this is where I caught myself. Like I wanted to share briefly. I'd wake up and I might scroll on my phone. Already not great, but like sometimes there's motivational articles, and I actually really find that most of the time I get some really good stuff from there because that's what I'm clicking on and that's what I get more of. An algorithm, right? Oh, I'm looking at this article. This is all about empowerment and love and all this good stuff. But then one day I click on an article because I'm interested in like, oh, what's happening in, this part of the world and what's going on. And then I get more of that in my news feed. And then all of a sudden I'm reading all this news and I start my day in a very negative place. Well, that my negativity does not help the world become a better place. What I need to do is fill myself up with love so I can come from a loving place and support everybody. Now, I'm not saying let's put the weight of the world on our shoulders. I'm just saying let's come from this loving place. It's not about guilt or shame. If you feel those things, feel them. And then realize that you're taking on all this negativity, this emotion that weighs you down, and then release it. So now back to this cool part because I didn't want to get actually into too much heaviness today. I really wanted us to have this embracing possibilities because, like I said, what we focus on expands. And when we focus on what's going wrong in our life, for instance, we have a leak in our basement. I could have went down this crazy train of like, what if, like, da da da, I could have done this, that, all these things. What if, why don't we flip it and focus on what is cool if something like happens that is awesome? So today, I really encourage you to play this game. Wouldn't it be cool if? And then if that doesn't work for you, or you just want to go a little, on a different area, you can be like, what if? What if my dreams were possible? What if this thing that I want or this thing I want to do is possible? What if I did do this? And then allow yourself to be with those moments. Daydream for a bit and allow this positivity to like kind of just come over you and really think like, what if it is possible? And then you could take it a step further and be like, what is one little thing I could do today to make that even more possible? So I've shared this story before, and I wasn't actually going to share it today, but I've decided I really want to. I always wanted to live near water. I wasn't sure what, and I lived in Ontario. So Kitchener, Waterloo, Ontario, not around any major lakes or anything like that. Some man-mades and some little lakes and stuff, but nothing really. And I grew up thinking I needed to be around family and things. And, I still miss them to this day because they're so far away now because I'm in BC, British Columbia, and Canada, all the way on the other side of the coast. But before I never even thought it was possible. I never crossed my mind that I'd be living here. And then I slowly just played with it. I was watching Hallmark movies and they were filmed mostly in BC. And I was like, oh my goodness, I love the mountains and the ocean. And I just was starting to slowly fall in love with British Columbia. And I didn't know exactly why or what. And then we played along and there's more to it. But like, it was like one day I turned to my husband, like, wherever this movie's filmed, we're moving there. And turns out we did. The short of it all. But the thing is, once I did set that intention, everything opened up. And I remember writing down three steps to do to take me there. And one was, talk to our realtor. Like, what do we have to do to sell our house kind of thing? And another one is like talking to people in British Columbia, where we wanted to move. Like, what does that look like? What does life look like? But the funny thing is, we never got to step two. Oh, and then step three was declutter our house so we get ready to pack and move. Well, step one was really all we needed because we talked to our realtor and she would just like, whoop, helped. And then she helped us find a realtor in British Columbia where we wanted to move. And pretty much the rest was history. It was kind of a whirlwind. So all I wanted to do with sharing the story is let you know that sometimes it just, you're on this beautiful journey of discovering yourself, getting to know yourself. Like, what do you really want or need in this world? And slowly taking steps to do that. Like, this journey was a long time coming because I remember having a conversation with my husband when my oldest, who is now 12, was a little baby, was just born. And we were visiting family. And, my oldest is born in December. So it was probably January. It was cold and not great. And I don't love the snow. I'll be honest. Don't love it. Don't love the cold. And then I was like, oh my goodness, like we were just fantasizing about moving somewhere warmer. And we talked about Australia because, there's the beaches and the water and things like that. And, anyways, like at that point, it was just a fantasy. And then we changed things because I still wanted to live in Canada. So it was just these different things. But over time, my dream or our dream turned into something different. And now I wouldn't have changed it for the world. Do I wish that family would move here with me? Yes. But at the same time, like I wouldn't want to live anywhere else right now. Now, will that change down the line? Maybe. But for now, I absolutely love where we live. There's a little bit of snow flying today, but that's the only snow we've really seen. My son will be very happy because he loves snow. But we have mountains for that. So, anyways, today, if all you do is dream, think about what things excite you that fill this, like, give this warm, bubbly feeling inside that, like, you're just like, ooh, this is exciting. That's it. I'm not asking you for a huge action plan or anything like that. Just get excited about the possibilities of something new or different or your dreams coming true because they are possible and you might not even know what they are yet. So, again, ask yourself, Wouldn't it be cool if? And you can do this by just saying it out loud or grabbing your journal and writing down, wouldn't it be cool if? And then just writing things down. Maybe you have a dream that has been put on hold for so long, or maybe you have an unrealized dream. And really, the one little moment that really kind of like it's a thread before Hallmark movies even was me going to San Francisco for a business mastermind group. And I remember landing around the plane and I saw the mountains and the ocean and I just fell in love and I had this sense of home. So at that point, I was like, well, it was not feasible for us to go there and move there. And I was just like, I don't know. But it was those little tidbits. And then when I came here, to the coast, I'm in British Columbia, I remember having that same feeling on the plane, and I was like, "Oh, I am making the right decision." These little things. It's not always grand moments. It's not always grand steps or action. It's these little building blocks or these little thoughts and things like that. So in this world of all these things going on right now, I really encourage you to take some time just to be with yourself and get excited about your life, because like I said, there's a lot of things with that we can't control. So why not control the things that you can, which is your feelings and feeling good and embracing the possibilities of what's out there and who knows what's out there because there's just so many things. If somebody would have asked me even so we've been here for I think about 5.5 years, give or take. Might not be doing the math right, maybe just over 5, some after 5. If somebody and it feels like forever. It's like I grew up here, but I didn't. So, there's still a lot of differences that are from Ontario to British Columbia. It's like moving to a different country, but if somebody asked me even 10 years ago, so 5 years before we even moved, I would have thought they were crazy, for real. So, it's these little moments. In 10 years, like, think my daughter's 12. So even when my daughter was 2, I would never imagine this life. So please don't hold yourself back from not knowing what is possible or knowing how to get there today. Just dream. Don't worry about how. Don't worry about the how right now. But if you feel encouraged and excited about something, do ride that encouragement and that excitement and write out a few steps. And they could be little, like making a phone call or doing some homework on, a trip or a career. Maybe you want to do a career change. Look into what do I need to do to change careers? Or for in my case, moving. What does that look like? And so it's just little steps. It doesn't have to be ginormous things. But again, you don't have to do that today. You can just have fun imagining what is possible. And then when the time comes and it's ready, you can watch this again and get really excited and then take those steps forward. But our life is little building blocks of awesomeness. So just take it one step at a time, one breath at a time. And just when you're doing this, it's really important. Just like sit comfortably, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale it all out through your mouth. Do that a couple times, and that can really help ground you in this moment. And you can even place your hand on your heart and really connect to yourself. Okay. I hope this helps. And I hope you feel a lot better. And I hope I gave you this little magic place in the world to just be yourself, love yourself, and just kind of just be. Now, if you want some more help and excitement on this journey, I actually have a community room. It's called the BU Community Room, where it is free. It is a group on my website. So all you do is you go to my website at jodymisiak.com. You log in and you can use that even just Google. So you don't have to remember a password. It's tied into your Google, or you can create a password if that is what works better for you. And so if you're on a desktop, it's just the menu on the right. And if you're on mobile, it's a little, you'll see a little face icon at the top. And you just click on that and it will give you a menu. Or it will first, it'll give you time to or sign in or log in, depending on where you're at. And then you can go under the little menu of the membership under groups, and that's where you'll find the BU community room. Like I said, absolutely free. It is a place where you can get support and encouragement, and you can share your dreams and goals and really play with what is possible. I also give a meditation of the month. It's a monthly meditation, absolutely free. Is this place? I really wanted to make sure that there is a safe, loving place for you to show up as you. And sometimes we have to pull back a couple layers because society and life has had us cover up things, put on masks to be somebody else so we are more lovable or likable. That at least that's what we thought. So this is a safe, loving place to be yourself. And I wanted to really make sure that it was available to all. So it's absolutely free, no catches. It's a group for you to be you. And there's something really cool happening in there in April. I'm not sharing it yet, but there's something really cool. So I really would love you to join, and then you'll be the first to know what's going on in April. It is something I haven't done ever, and but it's fun and it's new, and I'm excited. And so hopefully you'll be too. But you jump over to the BU community room. Like I said, it's on my website, jodymisiak.com. And I would love to meet you and see you. Oh, and the other thing I do is I set a monthly intention. Like I encourage people to set a monthly intention around the theme of the month and things like that. You can partake or you don't have to, but there are new cool things happening in there. I really want to grow this beautiful community that I've envisioned. It's really become a passion of mine. So this year, I really want to focus on growing this beautiful community of women to help grow and really support you on your self love journey and just really embracing yourself. Because if I didn't get to know myself better, I would never have moved here and I would not be sitting here overlooking the beautiful coast in BC and yeah, enjoying my winter so much more than I would have been years ago. So, thank you so much for being here. And I just have a side note actually. If you're looking for last month's episode, I had a technical difficulty, and it didn't record. So if you're looking for it, it's not there. I was hoping to re-record it, but because I'm working on so many different things, I didn't have a lot of room in my calendar to re-record it. It was action-packed. So if you missed it, I am so sorry. It was full of so much love. I really went into some serious stuff. So I'm really hoping that someday I can re-record it. I have all my notes and everything, but it just did not record. So if you're looking for it, I apologize, but January's coffee chat did not record. So as of right now, it's just going to have to be missing for now. Uh, and that's why I talked a little bit about today. And, we can't always change everything, but we can really come from this loving place inside. So it's really, really important to focus on sending yourself love and energy through these difficult times in life, because then we can come from this place of love. And the more that we come from a place of love, the more love we can have in this world. And I myself have been, stumbling in that negative world from time to time as well. And it can be really heavy. So I send you so much love wherever you are right now on your self love journey and in this world. I send you so much love. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for you. And I really hope to meet you or get to know you better over in the BU community room. It is just a most loving place for you to be you. Cheers to you and your awesomeness. Take care and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thanks again for being here. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.